repeat. Over 15 murders happen in the US every second. That is a well scary percentage. And when the coppers can't handle it, they're calling this special branch called the FBI.
I lean the FBI, I lean the FBI, boom! I lean the FBI, I lean the FBI, boom!
So what actually is the FB?
The FBI is the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's about 80 years old. It was created in the early part of this century.
What is interrogation?
Interrogation really means questioning a suspect.
When I need to find some info from, like, Little Rick or whatever, take his head, put it down, and, excuse me French, I do a gaff on his head, and then he will speak. Do you think you could use something like that?
When we're trying to interrogate a suspect, we use a certain amount of psychological pressure.
But if that failed, would you not consider gaffing on someone's head?
No. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
I see.
But it doesn't happen nearly as often as the movies would make you think. I might suspect that you're engaging in criminal activity. And you're using...
How would you know?
Well, say one of my informants tells me. They tell me, you know...
From Berkshire Police?
Or someone on the street that I know tells me that they think that you're selling drugs out of your apartment, out of your flat.
That ain't true.
No, but if one of your friends tells me that you're selling drugs...
Who?
No, just for example, if one of your friends tells me that you're selling drugs, and then another one, and then another one of your friends tells me that you're selling drugs, then we can take that information and go to a judge and say, we have reason to believe that Ali is selling drugs.
I ain't.
No.
I ain't. Who's been grassing me up? So, do you do stuff with the mafia?
Yeah, we organized crime, we refer to it as. One of the more day-to-day kinds of crimes that the mafia is famous for is stealing shipments of merchandise.
For real?
So if you and I hijack a truck full of Tommy Hilfiger sportswear, if you and I steal that merchandise and sell it on the street...
Why is he talking about this on camera? You know what's being filmed?
Oh, no, sure. But, I mean, it happens all the time. This kind of thing goes on all the time. I mean, you and I make $25,000 apiece.
Do you want to talk about this after?
No, I'm just using this as an example.
All right. Okay.
Just using it to make a point.
Okay, so what is third-degree murder?
If I come walking into my house and I find you there in bed with my wife...
That ain't never gonna happen. I swear to you today. I mean, I don't know what your wife looked like or whatever, but I swear, I would never do that to you. Even if you was my worst enemy or whatever, I would never do that.
Hypothetical. I'm so angry when I see this that I take my gun out and I shoot you, and then I shoot my wife.
Well, I'll shoot you first.
Yeah, right. No, you don't have a chance because I'm faster than you are.
For real, I was busy boning your missus.
And I have a gun and you don't. Right. So that's murder. I have no legal right to murder you because you're in bed with...
Just because his eyes slip in one ear.